I ain't gonna lie, me too. When I went on her page and seen her pictures, I said, "Oh, jump scare."
Hi, it's Bunny, and I'm back again scalping the whales as requested by fellow YouTuber A Focused Living. Shout out to her and Exoticals United for always sharing and supporting my yap sessions. But let's get straight into the video. Apparently Rasputia. I'm sorry, Mikathi movement. Side note, that's such a funny name for a woman who is obese and is seemingly only moving now after realizing fat acceptance isn't lucrative anymore. But she's apparently moving now. Let's hope she decreases the eating too. Then she can really get her fascist thin privilege she so desperately wants. But yes, she's decided after crying and carrying on about not being picked she's going to lose weight, and joined a running club for the quote negas. More specifically a 6'2", dark skin, muscular man according to her TikToks.
Why the hell did I sign up for this? It's really 44 degrees and I'm running. I did not join a run club to run. I joined a run club to meet niggas and I'm still running. It's still 44 degrees and I paid for this. I wonder if they're gonna have wings after. Ooh, I could go for some buffalo wings and ranch. At least let me finish the race so I could get some food. At least let me do that. It's crazy that I'm running in 44 degree weather. That's wild.
As always, obese, unambiguous, dark-skinned black women will only lose weight and start taking care of themselves when it's evident that men are not checking for them, and they can't just shame their preference into liking them. This is the same woman that went on a week-long tirade because of Slim Kim, had an interesting list of requirements for men she's dating and marrying back in 2022, and has now said men have to settle for her because they're not that great.
Listen, some of y'all men are gonna have to settle, okay? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but everybody cannot have a perfect man. There's not enough perfect women to go around. And even if there is, they don't want you. And in addition to that, some of us evil, lazy women, we want love and affection too. Like, everybody can't get a kind, caring, loving woman. Some of y'all are just gonna have to settle for us evil, lazy women. And while we're at it, we can just go ahead and put that 50-50 conversation to rest. Some of y'all are gonna get 80-20, 100, -10, meaning some of y'all gonna have to pay the bills and cook and clean. Some of y'all gonna have to pay the bills and clean, and all she does is cook when she feels like it. And some of y'all men, y'all just gonna have to do everything. Y'all gonna have to do everything. Y'all gonna have to pay the bills, cook, clean, and her primary focus is making sure that her children are taken care of. Also, but you actually also gonna have to help with that too. So yeah, my point is, I know a lot of y'all men want kind, loving, caring wives, but they don't want y'all. And so y'all are gonna have to settle for us evil, lazy women. And y'all just need to accept it. Listen, a lot of the good women that wanted to be wives and be nurturers, a lot of them are already married. What does that leave left? Some of y'all are just gonna have to take us evil city girls. Okay, some of y'all are just gonna have to take some of us hoes and leave us as hoes, but we just wives. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of y'all are just gonna have to settle. You can't have your cake and eat it too, is my point. Like, you can't have the best of the best. Sometimes you just gotta get what you got and be happy and be grateful. Come on now. Okay, like I said, the evil, lazy women like myself, we want love too. And some of y'all, we're your options. And we don't cook or clean. Come on now.
Here are a list of things I expect men to pay for if we're dating. Number one, all dates. And I don't mean dinner dates. I mean kayaking, snorkeling, going to theme parks, ziplining, etc. I expect a man to pay for all that. Number two, my nails. I get my nails done roughly once a month. That's pretty good for me, so I expect him to pay that. Number three, my hair. I just feel like as your girl, I should just not walk around with my hair looking crazy, and you should pay for it. Number four, gas. I just think that that's just like the masculine thing to do, is to make sure that my gas is always on full. Number five, wax. I feel like that's pretty much self-explanatory. Like, you should just pay for my wax. Yeah. Number six, my electric bill. Chances are, if we're dating, you're probably gonna spend a lot of time in my house, which is going to cause my power to go up, and so you should just pay for it. Let me know. Here are a list of things I expect men to do in marriage. Number one, pay the rent, mortgage, and utilities. So that's like the rent, the water, and like the electric. You know what I'm saying? And then if you have a home, like the property tax and the mortgage insurance, all that good stuff. Number two, to do most of the cooking. I cook, but I don't really like to cook, so it's really a plus when I meet a guy who is really good at cooking. And there are actually a lot of men that are great cooks. Number three, the dishes. I don't like doing the dishes, so it would be great to have a man that just took that chore off of my hands because I don't like to do the dishes. Number 4, do the laundry. And when I say do the laundry, I don't just mean like put the clothes in the wash. I mean like the whole process. Put the clothes in the wash, put the clothes in the dryer, put them up, iron what needs to be ironed, fold what needs to be folded. Like do the whole thing from A to Z. Number 5, take out the trash. I don't like to take out the trash. Number 6, any yard work or housework. Now, he doesn't necessarily have to like fix it. Like if there's like a broken pipe or something, like he doesn't have to fix it, but he does have to be responsible in calling whoever to make sure that it is fixed. So it's just his responsibility. Number 7, upkeep the cars. So that includes any tire changes that need to be made, any oil changes that need to be made, putting gases in the car, making sure the cars are washed, like the whole process of upkeeping the cars from A to Z. Number 8 is date nights at least twice a month, but that actually goes into like any form of recreational activity. So if we're going kayaking, if we're deciding to take a camping trip, if we're deciding to go to a theme park, just at least 2 dates and or recreational activities per month. And number 9, an annual honeymoon. I do want to be one of those couples that takes a honeymoon every year in a different location. I think that's super cute. So definitely an annual honeymoon and then a separate family vacation. So that's 2 big trips per year. So a honeymoon and a separate family vacation. And yes, I expect family to pay for it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
You know, she reminds me of this specific character in a movie. You see, there was this movie in the early 2000s that I was obsessed with. It was wacky and colorful, and me being a kid, I loved it. But what stuck with me the most was the character Rasputia. That is who Ms. Mika, now moving for the dusty black men, reminds me of. The hatred for skinny women, especially light-skinned and mixed women. But that's for my next video. Mika is a prime example of what I call the fat, unambiguous, dark-skinned black woman victim complex, or Rasputia complex. What is the Rasputia complex, you may ask? It's bag. B. Beg a man. A. Abuse yourself and others. G. Get nowhere with your mentality. Too many women like her have this mentality of shaming people into liking them. And you just have to accept them even if they're harmful to themselves, but especially you, because they're real, a strong, independent black woman. You probably already know the script by now. And of course, anyone who says anything is a hater. In my opinion, her relaxing her hair, going to a running club for her mystical 6'2" black man, who will notice her enough to like, and then date her is very on brand for her personality type. They condemn anyone who knowingly or unknowingly adheres to beauty standards and social norms. But as soon as the grift isn't lucrative, they switch, because their confidence wasn't real. And it was a false confidence they instilled in themselves, with the help of other Rasputias who are too lazy to make healthy changes. I wouldn't be surprised if she ended up with a white Pookie in a few weeks, but I fear not even the white Pookies would put up with her. Honestly, I don't see how any man, especially black men, would like her. But I don't know, maybe they're scared of her feminine wiles.
He's scared of his pussy. He's scared.
Why your face so?
Pussy. He's scared.
Why your face so?
I want to also get into her classic dark-skin victim narrative. Watch these TikToks, and I'll come back with my commentary.
I'm a dark-skinned woman that grew up in the 90s. Of course I know how to fight. I'm a dark-skinned woman that grew up in the 90s. Of course people just assumed that I was African. I'm a dark-skinned woman that grew up in the 90s. Of course I was called dirt, tar, and burnt. I'm a dark-skinned woman that grew up in the 90s. Of course I didn't start wearing red lipstick until I was 26 years old. I'm a dark-skinned woman that grew up in the 90s. Of course I was told that I should never wear the... I'm a dark-skinned woman that grew up in the 90s. Of course I was told that I should never wear black because people won't be able to see my face. I'm a dark-skinned woman that grew up in the 90s. Of course I was scared to add color to my hair because I thought it would make me look super ugly. I'm a dark-skinned woman that grew up in the 90s. Of course I would buy makeup that's 4 to 5 shades lighter than me so people would not know how dark I actually am. I'm a dark-skinned woman that grew up in the 90s. Of course my boyfriend at the time told me that he didn't want people to know that we were together because he didn't want people to think that he would date someone as dark as me. Let me call this man. Hello?
Who is this?
Hey, this is Milka from the diner.
The light one or the dark one?
The dark one.
Oh.
I noticed you and you order the lunch special every day with a hot tea. And my manager gets really mad at me for doing this, but I like to add a little bit of sugar and I use milk in your tea.
So how did you get my number?
How did I get your number? Well, so you signed up for the free lunch raffle, and so I just got your number from the raffle.
So what do you want?
Anyways, like I was saying, I look very different outside of my work clothes. And you're always so busy and you look so good in your suits. And I was just thinking that maybe
this is weird.
You know, we could grab a bite outside of the diner, of course.
Yeah, Shawty, I'm gonna have to call your manager. This is really weird.
Yeah, but I just thought you were cute and I just really wanted your
number. Don't call this number no more. If you do, I'm gonna call the police. This is really weird. Okay. Don't call this number no more.
So as you saw, it's the classic dark-skinned women are at the bottom of the barrel. And we never get picked rhetoric. Nothing we haven't heard before, and probably will continue to hear, unfortunately. She insinuates that if Alicia Keys was dark-skinned she wouldn't be picked by the almighty black man. I know that sounds extreme, but to be honest the way y'all talk about black men is the same way I see Christians speak about God. Nasty work. Back to my point. She goes on about how terrible it is to be dark-skinned, but when Akane says she has more benefits as a light-skinned woman, she's confused on the benefits? According to Mika, the benefits are more dating options, being seen as pretty, being loved by black men, not having to know how to fight, being assumed as not just African. You see how in the first video she says people assumed she was just African. To me the just implies that she is envious of the racial fluidity of a light skin or mixed woman. Other benefits according to Mika include not being called derogatory names that describe your skin tone, being able to wear red lipstick, black clothing, experiment with different hair colors, wear makeup your correct shade, and not have your boyfriend be ashamed of people finding out he's dating you because of your skin tone. Seems like there's a lot. Weird. Also, I want to briefly touch on her saying she would not take advice from MLS women, conventionally attractive women, femininity coaches, stay-at-home moms, women who believe in submission, and at the top of her list married women. So, she wants a man desperately, or a boy more specifically.
Boys be like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. Then why ain't have no Valentine? If I'm so pretty, why I had to go to dinner with my friend? My female friend. Where's my Valentine? Boys be like, you're so cool, you're so funny, then date me. If I'm so cool and I'm so funny, be my boyfriend. Come
I
date me.
find this hilarious because she's posted plenty other videos saying she doesn't care about having a man or ever getting married. But quickly after the video I'm about to show you she made the boys be like video.
Lied to feminist women talking about how wonderful their life is because they don't have a husband, they don't have children. So they're showing, oh, today I slept in, I went to the spa, I went to Belize. They just talk about how nice their life is because they don't have the inconvenience of a husband and children. And these are young women who have
So, she clearly wants a boyfriend, but won't listen to women who already have a man, or at least have enough tools to attract and keep a man. Interesting. Also, do you notice how her energy in those videos I just showed you are very childlike? Like a toddler throwing a tantrum because you didn't do what they wanted. She even uses juvenile language to describe the men she wants. What grown woman calls men boys and says she wants them to date her? Only a woman who is mentally immature would say such things. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to hear more yapping from me. Thanks.